6.9, multiplying binomials. Hey, really important lesson. If you know how to do this right here, this multiplication right here, 36 times 21, you remember right here when you multiply, you actually multiply 1 times 6. You probably never thought about this. You multiply 1 times 3, which is 3. And it's actually multiplying 1 times 3 tens, so that's why it's in this tens column. You multiply then 6 times 2. This is 2 tens. That's why it goes in the tens column. And then you multiply 3 times 2, which is 6. This is tens times tens, which goes in the hundreds column, 6 plus 7. And then you add terms. You add all these terms up and get your answer. Okay, same way over here. When we're multiplying two binomials, and you have this, x plus 3 times x plus 5. Okay, you actually start, let me change colors here. From this side, you multiply x times x first and get x squared. Then you multiply, I'm going to change colors again, we'll just do it like this, x times a positive 3 and get a positive 3x. Then you multiply positive 5 times x and you get a positive 5x. And you'll notice those are x to the first, so we put them in this column right here, x to the first. Then you multiply, change to a little green here, positive 3 times a positive 5, and you get a positive 15. So, all in all, we're going to add these columns. X plus nothing is going to be, x squared. Positive 3x and a positive 5x is going to be positive 8x. Don't put positive 8x squared. You're just combining like terms. Okay? Then you got positive 15 plus nothing is just a positive 15. Positive 15. There's your answer right there. Okay, let's show you this one right here. Okay, same deal. All right, I'm going to do positive 3 times a positive 2y. That is a positive 6y squared. Then I'm going to go across here and do positive 3 times, and you look at this, positive 3y times a negative 3. So a positive 3y times a negative 3 is a negative 9y. Then I'm going to go right here, start at this one. Positive 4 times a positive 2y. See, positive 4 times positive 2y. That's a positive 8y. And then I'm going to do this one. Positive 4 times negative 3. Positive 4 times negative 3 is negative 12. So what you get here is, when you're adding columns, 6y squared, a negative 9y and a positive 8y is a negative 1y, which I'm just going to put negative y. And then you have a minus 12. Right here is your answer. Okay, so one more. It doesn't matter what it's going to be. I mean, let's say I have something like this. 5y minus z and 2y plus 3z. Okay, you're still going to do this. These first terms multiplied together. 2y times 5y, that's 10y squared. Then we're going to cross over here. 2y times a negative z, that's a minus 2yz. 3z times 5y, well, 3 times 5 is 15, that's a positive 15. Y times nothing is y, z times nothing is z. You just have yz. So they go in the yz column right there. I put them in the middle column, the yz column. Then you have a positive 3z times a negative z. Right? Positive 3z times a negative z. So a positive 3z times a negative z is a negative 3z squared. Going to add up columns. This goes 10y squared plus 13yz minus 3z squared. Right there's your answer, and you're finished. They're going to show you the FOIL method. Okay, so they're going to show you this. Let's say you had this y minus 4 times y minus 10. Okay, and they show you FOIL. Okay, so right here, let me change this here a little bit. Go with the pink pointer here. Okay, so FOIL, F stands for first. I want you to write that right underneath there, first. O stands for outside. I want you to write that underneath, outside. I stands for inside. I want you to write that down, inside. And L stands for last. And what we're talking about is first stands for the first terms in each binomial. The first terms in each binomial, okay, are these right here. Those are the first terms in each binomial. Outside, let me give you a little bit of a different color here. Outside are the outside terms when they're written like there. There's an outside term, there's an outside term. Okay, they're, as you can see, they're outside of the binomial. Okay. Inside, let me give it a different color. Inside are these inside terms right here and right here. See, they're inside. They're touching each other. They're inside. And last terms are right here. The last terms in each binomial. Okay, last terms in each binomial. So let's see what this gives you. All right, so well, let me change to orange here. All right, so first terms right here. When we multiply the first terms, we got y, this y times this y, right? Those are the first terms. So y times y is y squared. Outside terms, we have this y times this negative 10. Those are on the outside, and remember that's negative 10. Here, let me back up. Okay, so you get a negative 10y. Inside terms, that's negative 4 and y. Negative 4 and y. Well, negative 4 times y is negative 4y. And last terms, right here. Ah, shoot, I didn't do that right. Hang on a second. Last terms, right here and right here. Negative 4 times negative 10. That's a positive 40. So then you have to combine like terms. These two things go together. So you get y squared minus 14y plus 40. That's just another, oops, that's 40, sorry. That's just another way to see your answer. It's a lot like using the vertical method. We will always use the vertical method. But when we get to factoring, you need to know this first, outside, inside, and last terminology.
Made with Doodlecast Pro.